everyone. Greetings from Saathi. I am Khashali and welcome to Saathi Samvaad. Today we have a very special guest with us, which is Abby, um, who comes from southern India and is very passionate about sustainability and eco-friendly, sustainable living and as well as eco-friendly products. He has a very amazing channel on YouTube, which you must check, which is Only Green. Only Green is a YouTube channel which features solution for a green world. It addresses concerns and threats of our environment and possible solutions for them. They are a very small team like Saathi, and they are very passionate as we at Saathi are about sustainability, about eco-friendly products, and they are expertise in various fields. Thank you so much, Abby, for joining us today.
Thank you, Kushali, for hosting me in your channel. It's an honor for me also to be in your channel and talk to your viewers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abby. And I have a lot of questions for you. I really, when I went to Only Green's channel for the first time, I scrolled it. I really found it amazing, the content which you are posting. So I have a lot of questions for you, and I hope the answers to these questions will be helpful for our viewers as well. So just to start, I would like to, know from you that um, what is your background and why sustainability is so important to you, and why did you even think to start Only Green channel?
Okay, coming to the background, Only Green is a team of four of us coming from different backgrounds, with different expertises. Me and one of the partners, we run a architectural and interior designing firm. And of course, being in that building industry, it triggers a lot of questions in terms of sustainability in us, sustainable building materials, the correct usage of different spaces around us. All these things maybe prompted us to come up with sustainability as a core issue that we need to address. And when we thought about broadcasting or start talking to people about this, we thought, okay, YouTube could be a platform where we could reach a wider audience, and hence Only Green. That's how Only Green was formed.
Wow. Like I believe, there have been a series which I was following on Netflix. And from there, I came to know about that how architects are coming up with more sustainable solutions because they are the one who are creating the foundation of industries, of the architectural spaces which we are building currently. And that's how we always talk about that industrialization takes over everything, and that's how our environment is getting affected. So yeah, I think that's very important as an architect that we start talking about sustainability at that very moment. So like just to follow on to that, when you started Only Green, what was your vision for Only Green, and how did you trickle it down or see it on a broader picture for the vision for our future, basically?
Okay. When it comes to sustainability and allied services concepts, it's a very complex thing. To understand a lot of complexities of sustainability is a very difficult thing. So what we thought about is like small things that we as individuals, people who do it alone, organizations who do it, like that, we identified, or we're trying to identify a lot of people, and we're trying to bring out their stories, small concepts, but then these stories which can be an inspiration to the common people. That's what we thought about. When I look at it, there are small things like waste management, water management, planting a tree, even that could be, these are small things that can maybe create a kind of sustainable environment. And in the long run, our vision could be something like being a Wikipedia in terms of sustainability domain, or rather an influence on people for living a sustainable life. That's what we intend to do in the long run.
I think that is very important, even like, when we see somebody of our community, of our friend society, somebody doing a very small step towards making a difference. they start following it. Like something very
Correct.
similar happened to me.
Correct.
I started using, like, very cautiously started using only metal bottles instead of the plastic bottles. So like
Correct. Correct.
I make sure that whenever I'm going somewhere, the metal bottle is in my bag. And
Yeah.
that's what, stayed with few of my friends, that okay, we don't buy Bisleri nowadays, we
The, the,
get our
the
own bottle.
core issue of plastic being a universal problem. I mean, even your company, Saathi, that's what I think your company is also addressing, which is a major thing, major step
Yeah.
towards a sustainable environment.
Yeah, right. So, like, as you said, that, through Only Green, you are talking through so many people and just, making their stories visible to many such people, so that there could be a dialogue which should be started there. So, while you have, interviewed so many people, there are many videos on your channel. Who do you think have moved you the most and why?
It, it's a very difficult question. It's a very difficult thing to do in terms of zeroing in on one person or an organization in terms of who has influenced me most. We've interacted with a lot of people in this short journey of maybe about 6 to 7 months. Maybe we're talking to a lot of people now. We also have an idea of coming up with a new company called Assure Earth, which is basically into sustainable products and services. So, I mean, it becomes a very difficult question in terms of zeroing in on one person. But I would say uh, there are a lot of people who have influenced me. A lot of people who have done solitary battles against authorities to get things right. Companies like Saathi, which has done, I mean, they've tried to address a specific problem in terms of plastic menace, in terms of menstrual hygiene among Indian women. All these things put together. I mean, there is a company in Bangalore which manufactures biodegradable straws made out of
Wow.
coconut leaves. All these things are happening. I'm talking to a lot of people like this. I mean, altogether it was an amazing journey for me for the last 7 months, understanding all these things and putting together these stories and conveying to our viewers, people around. It's been an amazing journey.
I completely agree, and I'm like so impressed to see that just in a small span of time of just 7 months, Only Green has covered so many amazing stories, have uh, been able to reach so many people, and now a lot of people are talking about sustainability. So yeah, like really big congratulations for that, and yeah, I'm very happy with that. Like a small time period where we covered so many stories together. Okay, from here coming down to, like as you said, that sustainability starts with always small steps. Like you start taking a very small steps and you will reach towards where you're planning to. So what, according to you, are the small steps of sustainable living which we as an individual should adopt?
Sustainability is a way of life. When I say small steps, I mean these are things which should come from your heart, which should be a conscious habit that you create in terms of your lifestyle. So when it comes to the smaller steps that we can take, even planting a tree, as I said earlier, proper water management, proper waste disposal, even segregating your home waste, domestic waste itself is a major step. Then things like conserving your ecosystem, your native plants, native animals in your locality. All these things put together, these are very, very small steps that will add up into creating a habit in ourselves and creating sustainability as a way of life for us. That's what is more important. I mean, these small steps, even putting an LED lamp in your home to reduce the energy consumption, even that
Yeah.
could be a minor step towards that. That's how we feel it should be done. I mean, adding up all this, I mean, so many people joining in this movement, then you can see a better world, a greener world, better air to breathe. All these things will happen naturally. That's what we feel.
Completely agreed. Like any steps which actually um, takes you somewhere towards closer to the nature is a place where we can start sustainable living. And yeah, this actually comes from heart. That's how it starts. You need to realize first that where actually you're making a um, difference by just changing one small habit, and that's how it can
Right.
result in bigger impacts. So this actually brings me to my next question that you said, a lot of people are coming together and working towards sustainability. So we at Saathi also believe very strongly in the power of collaborations. And I think that is one thing because, you alone cannot win this world. You need power of people to work together. So for you, who the right partners looks like, and why do you think that, these people would be the right partner for you? And what are the outcomes basically which you look for when you think about any kind of partnership?
The first thing in getting people to be motivated and work towards this is the first step is the awareness part of it. I mean, right now what we're trying to do is create an awareness in terms of what is going wrong and what can be made to set things right. I mean, that is the
Right.
awareness that we're trying to do now. I mean, the next step is to form maybe networking communities. Then, things like that where we interact and form opinions to move, uh, have a movement which can be addressed to the authorities. So basically, people is the key. I mean, the power is with the people like you and me. I mean, once
Yeah.
we have the power, once we have the awareness of what is to be done, I think uh, things are in place. Uh, Slowly, communities will start forming and we will have opinions. I mean, these are not pressure tactics that I'm talking about. I'm talking about people voluntarily coming up and coming up with things from the heart to make these changes happen. That's what we intend to do.
I completely resonate with what you're saying. I also believe, very strongly believe in the power of volunteering because I think volunteering is something which comes from person's heart where you're not involved because, you get paid for it or you're going to get a lot of fame maybe, but
Correct.
that's something which you really, really feel about. And like I always quote this example that India got its freedom because of the power of volunteering. Nobody was getting paid at that time. It's
Correct.
just we believed in one single vision, because of which the mass came together. And yeah, I think that's
That's right.
how even the world works. If we all come together towards one single vision, partner together, so we as a uh, group of people will have that power to go and talk to the authorities about it and make the policy change there at that moment.
Correct. That's right.
So, like all of this brings me to a bigger question, which we want to see in maybe administrative level or national level. That what are the policy changes according to you, which has to happen in India, and because of which we can move towards sustainable living and you know can contribute to the issues whatever is happening in climate change.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that our major cities are facing today is the waste management.
Yeah.
When I talk about the waste management, plastic is a major concern. The amount of plastic that's been put into the atmosphere, the environment is huge, and there is no way that even in a place like Kochi, where I live in Kerala, the issue of waste management is really humongous. I mean, that's the kind of threat that our cities are facing today. So that's point number one. Second is to uh, keep continuing with these awareness campaigns where people are made aware of what is to be done in terms of the waste management, and also the other issues like what you are doing, what I talked about, the biodegradable products, all these things. I mean, the paper cups that we use, all these things put together, we need to have a proper policy made and put in place so that our cities are free of waste. Our cities are, I mean, we get good air to breathe, good plants around, and things like that. That is what we should be aiming at. Basically, to make where you talked about the global issues. I mean, yes, we all have our roles to play in terms of reducing the global warming, in terms of controlling the climate change. All these things. I mean, Paris Agreement. We have been trying to focus on this particular topic, Paris Agreement, in our channel for a long time now. That's one agreement which has the essence of all this to make a better world. I mean, these are things that we should try to formulate and adopt and implement.
Agreed. Like, small steps, but thinking bigger picture in mind
Yeah.
is something which we should focus around. So like I always, whenever I have any kind of Q&As, I understand that we need to talk about what is not working and what are the steps which we need to take to make that happen. But I always like to appreciate what we are doing currently. So I would also like to hear from you that what actually is working in India. Like as simple as the company in Bangalore making straws, the sustainable straws. So what is actually good happening in India currently around sustainability and eco-friendliness?
I think a lot of activities. Like there's a company in Pune which takes the plastic waste and makes bags out of it. There's a
Wow.
company. This company's name is EcoCari.
Mhm.
There's a lot of companies who are doing a lot of things. A lot of people who are actually really concerned about the sustainability issue. Uh, I mean, when I started scouting for these people, that's when I realized that we have quite a lot of people who are really concerned about this. Uh, the waste, these things. I mean, we as general public, we are not aware about, or rather, we don't try to figure this out.
Yeah.
There are people who. There's one person whom I have been interacting with in Ooty, who's into uh, planting the native plants of that area, because we've been
Wow.
always Ooty. When we go, what we see is the exotic plants.
Yeah.
These are not the native plants of that place. So he is trying to bring in the native plants of that place and bring that the natural charm back to that place. A lot of people like this, I mean, who are doing without any monetary gains, they're just going ahead and doing it. So there is a lot of awareness, a lot of young people who are coming out and doing things like this. I mean, people like Christine and Tarun who are
Yeah.
doing it. I mean, youngsters. I mean, this is certainly a motivation for people maybe of an older generation like us, and for the generation which is yet to come. So certainly there are very positive things happening in the country and in the world altogether. We should appreciate that. I think we are moving in the right direction, but then at times we need to take stock of things and
Yeah.
understand, be aware of what can go wrong also. Maybe
True.
the current pandemic is a warning for us to understand that there are certain things that we need to set right.
I
These
think
things
this
are
was,
happening.
yeah. Like this was the time, in from 2020 itself, we actually stopped and realized that, what actually is
Correct.
happening in this world. And yeah, like it's not, you cannot blame just, one single thread for this. It's a lot of things happening in this world currently because of which it happened. Like I this morning only read about Assam getting earthquake there, and like
Correct.
these natural calamities always make me as a person stop and think about it, that okay, what are we doing to our earth, what are we actually moving towards? So yeah, I
Correct.
think there are amazing things happening. There are great companies taking amazing action. Sustainable fashion is something which is being famous nowadays a lot, and a lot of people are moving towards sustainable fashion. So
True.
yeah, there are good things happening, and just we are crossing our fingers that more people come towards it
Come
and
up with.
take
Yeah.
their actions. So yeah, like this brings me to my last question. So every time we talk to people, we always ask for what do we have advice for our future generations or the youth of this country to come. But I think power in India at least still lies in the hands of people of a mature generation, like people who comes 35 and plus maybe. I understand youth have their own actions to do, are activists, but still the seats of this country are still um, in the hands of a mature generation. So I would like to know from you that what is the advice you want to give to that generation, that what are the actions they should take towards
You're
system.
right. You're actually referring to my generation. Yes. See, I mean, what we have learned and understood is we've been talking about protecting Earth, protecting environment, but then there's another angle to it that people like us have realized that Earth can protect herself. The Mother Earth can protect herself. She's been doing it for more than 4 billion years now.
Yeah.
We need to save ourselves from our reckless lifestyles, our reckless way of living. So that is more important. I mean, it is not that we should save the earth or the earth will perish. If we don't take care of our reckless style of living, earth will still continue to save itself and it will surely eliminate us. So that we need to be aware about, and we need to be very, very sensible in our choices, very, very sensible in our actions, and move accordingly so that we take care of ourselves and thereby the entire earth is saved. That's how we should be doing. That's my learning over the years and my message, or rather my thoughts that I can leave back.
Wow, this is beautiful, and this is completely new perspective which I saw right now. I always talked about, okay, we need to save this planet, we need to save this planet, but I'm just this tiny to save this planet. If I save myself from my reckless lifestyle, and if billions of people like me will do the same, the planet will save
Correct.
itself and I will save myself. And that is very true. Like, if we keep doing these reckless things, this planet might eliminate us from it. So
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
this is very beautiful thought, which I got a new perspective today, and this is a very beautiful learning I got today. So thank you so much, Abby, for that.
Thank you, Kushali. And one word of caution before I sign off. I mean, tough times we are going through. Take care of ourselves. Stay at home. Um, Try and follow all the protocols that the government has put forward. Let's together fight this and come out as winners.
Same, like, spreading it to everyone who will be watching this video that please stay safe. Everybody is going through a real tough time right now, but what we can do is just stay calm, follow all the protocols, and get vaccinated. To be honest, that's the only thing which can help us um, as human beings right now, is get vaccinated. Don't fall for any kind of rumors going around that you cannot get vaccinated if you are even on your periods. That's all false. You can get vaccinated on your periods. We have been talking about it through our channels as well. And yeah, that is how we can save ourselves. Please wear a mask if you have to go out, and please don't go out if you really don't need to, or if there's nothing important. So yeah, thank you so much, Abby, for bringing this. And yeah, we are all together in this, but at homes and, like, connected virtually. I would have loved to do this interview in person with you, but with these times, I think this is the only solutions which we have.
Maybe that's why it happened.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.